The American Dream. I'm your host, Craig Sewing. Today, we got a great show lined up for you. A real show, not a reality show, about real estate, lifestyle, and culture. We're going to take you all across the country, showing you what these cities have to offer you.
Today, we're here at the Beaver Creek Town Center, where there's plenty of food, restaurants, entertainment.
The beach lifestyle. I have a feeling there's a lot of us who want to have it. Well, today, I wanted to bring us to LA's hidden gem.
Both Sarasota and Manatee counties are really dog friendly.
When they decided to revitalize this and make this into what it is now, it really brought the community together.
It's good to have a realtor on your side that knows construction from the ground up.
What is the American dream? Well, for many, the American dream includes home ownership.
Let's go start the show right now.
The search is over, baby. I'm right here, and I got it.
The American Dream, the only show that combats negative media, not owned by a network, commercial-free, unscripted.
I got it.
These are stories for you and by you.
The beach lifestyle. I have a feeling there's a lot of us who want to have it. Well, today, I wanted to bring us to LA's hidden gem, our hidden community. We're in the South Bay. I'm getting us started today at Hermosa Beach. We're going to learn how you and I can actually be a homeowner in a community with some of the top-rated schools, some of the finest restaurants, where generations continue to live and bring up their families. We're going to learn directly from the power players of real estate. I'm so glad you tuned in today. I'm Scott Griffin, your host. Let's get started. Come on. Heidi, we're in South Bay. It's amazing, your city.
It is.
We're in Redondo Beach.
Yes.
And South Bay, Heidi, what makes up the community? What cities make up South Bay?
So you've got a lot of different communities, but they start with the beach cities. So mainly Redondo Beach, where we are right now, Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach, and then it spans out to Palos Verdes, Torrance, we go El Segundo. South Bay can be all encompassing. It can take up Gardena, Lawndale.
What is attracting people to make this their home? Why South Bay?
We've got the beach, we've got the ocean. We have a lot of commerce here. So a lot of the engineering businesses like SpaceX, Northrop Grumman, we've got Raytheon, those types of things. We have excellent schools here. One of the appeal here is that you don't have to send your kids to private school. You can actually go to public schools. So I'm a public school kid. My kids go to the same public schools that I did in Hermosa. So it's really like keeping it all in the family. It's nice.
I recommend highly to reach out, say hello to Heidi. She, along with the Redfin family, will help you win the homes you actually fall in love with. Jesse, your city, South Bay. Well, it's amazing.
You know, it's a place that's hard to leave. We call it the bubble for a reason because you have everything here at your disposal.
It's called the bubble?
Yeah. We've got great entertainment. We have great nightlife, restaurants, things to do. There's a great sense of community, but you feel like you're still accessible to all the things that, you know, make LA Los Angeles. You know, it's one of those things where it doesn't take long to figure out why it's unique here and why it draws a lot of people here. So, of course, inventory being scarce only adds fuel to the fire as to why it is so competitive to get in. I recommend that you have to approach each situation as its own problem to solve. So when I'm representing a buyer, I'm really trying to figure out what is it that matters to the seller? What are the little things that we can do to really shine and jump off the page, if you will, amongst the other offers that are out there? So that's the way that I like to approach it. Collaborating with the agent on the other side, digging and kind of, you know, doing a little detective work as to how we can really prepare the best possible offer for the buyers that I'm representing.
Here's how we win. We find a power player in real estate and we make a friend. And Jesse, you've made a lot of friends here today, I'm sure of it. Thank you so much for joining us.
It was my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for joining Jesse and I. Well, this episode has been fantastic. We've been able to explore South Bay, LA's hidden gem, and we've been doing it right here at the Portofino Resort in Redondo Beach. I'm so glad you tuned in. I'm your host, Scott Griffin, and until next time, bye.
I'm having the time of my life. Everything is going all right.
The last couple years have created a lot of changes and challenges for many of us. Also opportunity to work remotely. And many of you may be asking yourself, where do I want to live? With Dayton, Ohio, home to one of the affordable properties, taxes, cost of living, and home to one of the largest Air Force bases, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, I want to show you a few hidden gems in Dayton, Ohio. Today, we're here at the Beaver Creek Town Center, where there's plenty of food, restaurants, entertainment, shopping. So come with me and let me show you a few of my favorites. Hi, and welcome. We're over here at one of my favorite hot spots at the Green in Beaver Creek, and this is Club Oceana, and I've got one of the founding owners here, Brian Anzik, that is joining us, and he's going to give us a little bit of information about what inspired you to start Club Oceana. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me today. It started with my two partners and I just having dinner, and we thought, what could we bring to the market that we really like? And seafood was our choice, and we looked for a great location, and we found it here at the Green.
Excellent. So why do you like being here at the Green?
We looked for a space where we would get a lot of natural foot traffic, which we have here, and also easy to access. It's easy to get to the highway and get around the area.
A lot for not only the adults here at a bar, but also kids and the events that they do in the summertime.
Right, yeah, the live music, the fountains, always a lot of kids running through the fountains and playing in the water. And, again, people just walking around having a great time, and a beautiful day like today, you can see why.
Well, you like being here at the Green Town Center in Beaver Creek so much that you're opening up another restaurant.
We're doing it again. About 5 weeks, we're opening Modex Tequila Bistro, and it'll be just down the other end of the block, and we will have the largest selection of tequilas anywhere, and a fine menu to go with that.
Well, thank you so much, Brian, for being a part of the show and kind of giving us a little peek behind the scenes here at Club Oceano, and I'm looking forward to trying out the seafood nachos, my favorite.
We'll see you there, and thank you again.
Okay, thank you. And we're going to head back over to Prime Lending office and have a little talk with Cindy Pegg, one of the top loan officers at Prime Lending. I'm here with two of our top producers at Prime Lending, Cindy Pegg and Rob Wolf. And we're here to talk about the Green and why it is such a great place. So Rob, you both live in Beaver Creek, Ohio and work here at the Green.
Correct. I actually, I was really happy when we moved to the Green. Living in Beaver Creek Township, it's easy access for me. I think from our location moved to here, it's more access for the clients as well. We're accessible pretty much from the three major highways local. We're literally right off 675. I also enjoy being at the Green because of the shopping, the restaurants that are available. During the day, we can actually walk out the door, go to a restaurant, come right back. It's a very user-friendly and very enjoyable place.
That's great.
Yeah.
And Cindy, you were just telling me earlier that you have some clients that moved to Dayton and had a lot of great feedback for you, why they really chose Dayton, Ohio as the place they wanted to retire in.
They did. They are active duty military. They've been to many locations, and they are thinking this is going to be their permanent location because of the parks, the walking trails, the biking trails, the affordability of the Midwest, and they think the small town feel is a great place to raise their family.
That's awesome. That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us today here at the Green Town Center. I'm Kim Divad and from Prime Lending, and as you can see, this is a great place and offers something for everybody, from restaurants to entertainment to shopping to a great place for Prime Lending.
and your lending needs, your mortgage lending needs. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing you back again for the next episode of Financing the American Dream.
Thank you for joining me today at the Beaver Creek Town Center. As you can see, there is something for everybody here. Great restaurants, shopping, luxury living, and home to Prime Lending, your mortgage lender. I look forward to seeing you again on the next Financing the American Dream.
Hi, I'm Tammy, and this is Tank, your host today of Financing the American Dream. Today we're down in Bradenton, Florida at Riverwalk, down at Caddy's, getting ready to support the Humane Society at their walkathon. It should be fun seeing all these dogs. Let's go. Hey, Jessica.
Hey.
So this is Jessica Harris. She's a local real estate professional here in both Sarasota and Manatee County, and I thought she could just kind of touch on the real estate trends in the area right now. With everybody's equity increasing, I would assume that a lot of sellers are putting their homes on the market.
They are. We are seeing a lot of hesitation though. Where am I going to go if I sell my house? And so it's important to know that we're marketing to buyers that are going to allow the sellers to lease back, number one. And number two, you know, they're using that equity to move up and to have their payments similar because they do have that equity. So it gives them a lot of freedom on choice, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. If they want to refinance or fix it up, a cash out refinance, maybe to put a new roof on or to extend a patio or enclose a lanai. What are you seeing as far as employment goes? Are most people just working from their home? Where are they finding jobs?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my clients personally are relocating from up north.
So Jessica, you recently adopted Penelope from the Humane Society.
We did. So I told my husband, no way, we're not getting a third dog. And he said, let me see a picture of her. And we ended up with a third dog. So
oh, how cool.
She's very, very sweet though. They didn't have her for long. They checked her up, took care of her, got her fixed and ready to go.
I think some people are afraid of the process. How's the process?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very simple process. Of course, they want to screen you and they want to make sure that the dog is going to a healthy home and if there's other dogs in the family.
One thing I notice is both Sarasota and Manatee counties are really dog friendly. Yeah. Like anywhere you walk, you can find, you know, businesses are leaving out water bowls, treats.
Even if you walk down here on Riverwalk, there's little dog water fountains and there's a lot of places to stop and it's very dog friendly.
Hi there, I'm Ashley Morgan with Dog Fam and Friends. I am here today to support the Humane Society of Manatee County. I brought some of my products that I've been making. I've actually only been open for about 2 weeks. I have a little website online, dogfamfriends.com. And you can find us on social media as well. I have these awesome leashes and collars. They are all made on recycled webbing, actually, that is made from recycled plastic bottles, so they're eco-friendly. And then we actually do a donation to the Humane Society with every purchase. So not just today, but every day we do that as well.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Thanks, Ashley.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks for coming to support the dogs.
Yeah, absolutely. It's our pleasure.
I hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today for Financing the American Dream. It was great learning a little bit more about the Humane Society and talking to Jessica Harris about the real estate trends.
Today we get to check out this great facility and all it has to offer, as well as talk about the revitalization of the West 7th Street neighborhood. We're going to be up with my friend Joe Schwartzbauer with the Great Duck Properties team and the Real Brokerage. So let's go and meet up with Joe and get started. Joe, thank you so much for meeting with me today at Keg Case. This is such a great space, and all the businesses that are within Keg Case, I know, contribute to the neighborhood and bringing it back to life. And tell us more about that revitalization.
You know, Keg Case was really big for this community and just for the area in general. It was somewhere that was kind of run down for a long time, and having something like that within the neighborhood is really tough to drive by. And when they decided to revitalize this and make this into what it is now, it really brought the community together. I mean, there's concerts in the summer, there's ice skating in the winter. It's really become a great hub for the West 7th area.
You're really plugged into the community, and your brokerage is based in St. Paul. And so tell us how that looks as a realtor. I know you're like kind of the glue that keeps the community together sometimes.
I mean, that's a very nice thing to say. I don't know that I would go as far as being the actual glue, but we do really try and make an impact on our community. It's important for us to be able to influence people, to help out businesses, and to just literally make a difference. And you know, real estate has been a way to give me a little bit more of a voice than I guess I've had previously to make that change.
I know that there's a lot of great little boutique shops in here, so maybe we can try and check a few things out.
Definitely, I'd love to. Jordan, you started Clutch Brewery here in the Keg Case, which was the original keg building for Schmidt Brewing.
Yep.
It's very cool. How did you guys end up here?
My buddy and I had been homebrewing for about 10 years, and we were looking for a place to start our own business, our own brewery. We looked at a lot of different spots, and we stumbled upon Keg Case, and it was under construction at the time. They had one spot left open, which was this mezzanine that wraps all the way around the upper part of the market, and we just thought, how cool would it be to have a brewery and tap room on the mezzanine, perched over this whole market with all of the local small vendors in the middle. It's been really fun to collaborate with a lot of the businesses in the center here. We oftentimes do cross-promotional things. For instance, pop in, we have a pint and a pretzel on Thursdays, so you get a huge Bavarian pretzel and a pint of beer at a discounted cost. Rosalind's place down there, if you're taking a candle making class, you get a free beer with that. So it's just been fun to work with other vendors in the building and cross promote and help each other out.
It's literally just sugar. It melts it down into a liquid form, and as the machine spins, it pushes all of it back out and it hits the net. It kind of just catches on there and builds up like a cobweb. Put a little bit of water on there, that way it actually sticks to the cotton candy and it can cling on. And it's as simple as just rolling it around and it'll build up on the cone. So, and after that, I'm gonna hand this off to you. And that's that.
From its origins as a Schmidt Brewery and its use today as Clutch Brewing, Keg Case has the ability to bring the community together. So next time you come to St. Paul, come and check it out. And thanks to my friend Joe for helping us out today and having a lot of fun.
Chris Schwartz here, your host of Financing the American Dream Philadelphia, and I'm here with Nick DeLuca of the DeLuca Group at Keller Williams Philadelphia. Nick, how's it going?
Good, Chris. Thanks for having me here. Happy to be here.
Absolutely. So tell us where we are today.
We're in Bucks County, specifically in Ivy Land. We're here at a new construction home that was just recently built and finished at the end of last year. We're in a community here of 17 new construction homes. They were built by DeLuca Homes, and this was a custom home built by DeLuca Construction. And you know, I'm happy to be here with you today and give you a tour of this amazing property.
Awesome. I look forward to checking it out.
A lot of people in new construction homes today are really looking for, first and foremost, an open concept. Then when we get into the design of the home, everybody likes natural light. And then when you have an open floor plan with natural light, we try to tie that in with some timeless patterns of maybe some neutrals. There are some pops of colors that some people like that you can sprinkle throughout a home, which is fine.
Yeah.
But we like to make sure things are more neutral and they really treat the American family well. That'll be timeless. 10, 20, 50 years from now, it's still gonna look great, but also we like to make sure that the floor plans and designs that we're doing are for smaller families, big gatherings. And if you look through this home, you'll see that you can host a lot of people, you can have intimate family nights, and we think that this design and these colors are really going to be here and be a staple for a long time. In this home specifically, there was no utilities to the home, so we had to put in a septic, a well, and a propane tank. Because of that, we had to put an extra level of a water filtration system in. We chose to go with a tankless hot water heater here, bring some more instant hot water when it's called for. When we see things like that in the home, whether I'm building it or whether I'm helping a buyer in the market look at these things, it's good to see these and good to know what you're getting yourself into, because it does give us a competitive edge and gives our buyers, also it helps our sellers too, understand their home when they're going to sell their home too. We're seeing a lot of people moving from the city to the suburbs. The city's also still flourishing in real estate as well.
Sure.
But we're seeing a lot of people want to have that work from home culture. So when we're helping people move from the city to the suburbs, people are looking for maybe a little bit extra space, extra yard space, extra room for an office. The Philadelphia buyers a little bit different than the suburb buyers, but I make sure I train my whole team on both the city, the suburbs. We're also licensed in New Jersey, so we make sure that we can help and service anybody looking for really any type of home, and we stay on top of all the trends. It's good to have a realtor on your side that knows construction from the ground up. It's very important because they can help you with the financing, they can help you with the process of the build, and they can really take care of any questions that come up that you need a second opinion on, or anything that arises that, style-wise and what's really looking good right now and popular, because you always look to the future for resale value and things like that to make sure you're doing the right thing.
Well, thanks for joining us on this episode of Financing the American Dream. Nick, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for showing us around this beautiful custom home and giving us a little bit more insight on custom home building and the real estate market today.
Thanks for having me. It's a great time.
Absolutely.
Hi, and welcome to Financing the American Dream. I'm Janine Kemper, your host. What is the American dream? Well, for many, the American dream includes home ownership, the top way to build wealth for your family, both today and for future generations. So if it's so great, why doesn't everyone own a home? Well, there's many reasons, but unfortunately for some groups, it comes down to the color of your skin. Black homeownership is at its lowest levels since the 60s, when both discrimination and segregation were legal. To understand the challenges of today, we have to understand the history. After the Great Depression, the federal government put together an agency to create a color-coded map to determine what areas had the highest risk and the lowest risk. Well, the highest risk was the red area. And that area is where immigrants, low-income whites, and blacks lived. So subsequently, loans were not granted to people in those areas. At the same time, the Federal Housing Administration was formed. So people were able to buy homes. However, there were covenants put in place that prohibited selling houses to blacks. So not only were blacks not able to get loans in the redlined areas, they were not able to buy houses in the new suburbs because they weren't allowed to live there. Today we're going to go and talk to one of the local realtors here in Denver who is passionate, just as passionate as I am about doing something about it. His name is Walter Huff. He's been in the industry for over 20 years, and we're just going to find out more about his passion and what he's doing to make a change. Hi, Walter.
Hi, Janine. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Good.
Thank you.
Thanks for meeting me today. Just want to find out a little bit more about your thoughts about what's going on with the black home ownership rates and just what you are doing about it.
Well, I want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity. Back in the 40s, federal government established redlining codes. The GI Bill, which created the middle class in America, did not pass to the black veterans.
What things are you doing as a realtor to turn these numbers around?
Income matters, and educating our community on how to achieve a higher credit score is very important.
I can tell you have put your blood, sweat, and tears into the HUP Homeownership Legacy Team. Tell me some success stories.
Her name is Chanel Rose. It was over a year and a half before we were able to get from start to finish. Chanel was very coachable. We helped her in budgeting, what to look for. We helped her with credit restoration to get her credit high enough to buy a home. And she was a veteran. After a year and a half, she was able to buy a bigger home than she ever imagined.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Thank you so much, Walter. We really appreciate your time. And we know that your team is going to make a difference and bring those numbers up for black homeowners.
Thank you, Janine. Thank you for your time, and thank you for all what you do.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Financing the American Dream. I hope you learned a lot about the history of black homeownership and that you're inspired to join the cause and make a difference. We'll see you next time.
So get out of your head and get swept away.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Financing the American Dream as much as we enjoyed producing it for you. Great content, real stories about our neighborhoods. Don't forget you can follow us on social at The American Dream TV. Until next time, cheers to your American Dream.
Hello, America, and welcome to The American Dream,
a national TV show centered on real estate, lifestyle, and culture. Let's get this show started right now.
I ain't gonna wait. I'm coming at you straight. Got you in my rear view. I don't even hear you. I'm already flying away.
I cannot wait to show you the inside of this incredible estate.
American Dream TV is a chance for America to hear from small business owners and big dreamers, local leaders and trendsetters, tastemakers and upshakers, the men and women, young and old, in every ethnicity and different perspective of this country we share. We are the American Dream TV, and together we are changing the world of television.
Do you know my name? Do you know my name? Yeah, my name is Notorious, Infamous, Wanted Man, Dangerous. I'm an army, I'm a legion.